not really a fan. We are creeping closer to 15,000 subscribers on this channel. And I am doing a $150 Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video, and like this video. Stick around until the end of this video and I'm going to get into more detail about the giveaway itself and how you can win. Well, hello everyone. Today I am doing the Could Do Better book tag. This was created by CJ Reads. I really enjoy her channel. I will link it down below. And she created a whole little tag that's all about kind of trashing book covers. And so I scoured my shelves and found some pretty ugly covers, or pretty weird covers, you know? So let's dive right into the tag. Question 1 is say it, don't spray it. A cover with the most offensive use of type. I've got 3 here for this question. First is The State of Wonder by Ann Patchett. Like, what is going on here? First of all, the color of this looks like wheat, like a wheat boring color, not very attractive to the eye. And then the writing, the cursive, weird, it looks like, I think there's a font called Papyrus that's really ugly that like everyone says, don't ever use this font in the graphic design world. And it just uses it a lot, which is very unfortunate. I've not read this book. I love Ann Patchett, but oh, she must have been pretty mad about that cover. Don't like it. The next book is kind of offensive because of the font, but also just like where it is. It's just like half of a yellow sun. Well, I know we'll write half of a yellow sun, put that text into a sun, and then there you go. I just don't think there's anything good about this cover. Like, there's nothing overly exciting about the font. I also don't like that it's all uppercase, but they still managed to make the first letter bigger than the others. I don't know, that's a pet peeve of mine for some reason. Not a big fan. Nothing exciting there. And then this one is just like, you will be reading a book that is set in the past. This is Kate Moss's The Burning Chambers. Don't get me wrong. I think that the blue is stunning. Like, I really love this blue and I'm really attracted to this book. But everything about the font and even that little emblem, it all suggests you are going to be going back to like the Tudor age or something, you know? I just don't think it's doing anything for the book. Yeah, still have to read that. In any case, number 2 is She's Serving Reese's Book Club. The cover with the most commercial book club energy. I think CJ from CJ Reads, I think she had a lot of like watery books. For me, I find any book where there's like an aerial view of a neighborhood, to me screams Reese's Book Club. So for example, this just came out, Good Neighbors. I'm not saying that this is wrong, by the way. I actually am really attracted to these books, which means that they're doing it well. But yeah, Good Neighbors has a sky kind of leaking onto a suburb in the background. Ask Again, Yes. Just an aerial shot of a little suburban town. And then Little Fires Everywhere. Suburbs. It does work for me though. So I end up buying all of these books, you know, marketing works. And design work. Question number 3. Yes, girl, give us nothing. A cover or covers with seemingly no energy put into it. First is The House Next Door. This is a haunted house story that I'm desperate to read, but I hate this cover so much. It's like so ugly. It's just like a watercolor image of a house, and then like nothing good is happening with this font. It just, honestly, I heard about this from Leanne from Literary Diversions, and the story doesn't match this cover at all. It's very odd to me. So anyway, I don't like that. And then here's another book where it's like, here's a historical fiction book, and this could be almost any era. I mean, this is set in World War I, I should say. But yeah, couldn't this be set in the 1700s? I don't know. It's just like the designer was like, oh, it's historical fiction? Okay, I'll just do this, and then there you go. Okay. I'm actually pretty mad at myself for buying this book, this version of this book, instead of the UK cover. This is The Upstairs Room, another book that I picked up because of Leanne. The UK cover to The Upstairs Room is stunning. This is another haunted house story. And it is about a family who rent out a room upstairs, and then things start happening upstairs, and it's creepy, and is there a ghost? And this just doesn't scream that to me. It's also incredibly ugly. I will read it, but oh my gosh, the UK cover is gorgeous. Well, to me. And then last but not least for this question is The Chain, which I haven't read, by Adrienne McKinty. So this is about, it's like a thriller where children are being abducted. And in order to get your child back, you have to abduct somebody else's child. And so it's a chain. And so I feel like the designer was like, oh, that's how it happens. Okay, we'll get something with a chain in there. And then they put swings, a little swing set. Just feels like nothing. Not a fan. It's kind of fun to vent. I don't know. I like it. Okay. Question number 4. A face only a mother could love. A cover that is so hideous, but the book is so good, you couldn't help but keep it around. So many books. I've got a huge stack here, so be patient with me. The first is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. I don't love this much cursive on a book. I feel like it's a little overwhelming. I also am annoyed by this book because there are no flamingos or tigers or whatever this is supposed to be in this book. Like, there's no rabbits, there are no zebras. None of those appear in this book. So it's like, what were they even thinking? They had so many options. I just find this really weird. It's appealing to the eye to a certain extent, but I just don't get it. But I loved Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine, so I can never give it up. A series of books that I love the first 2 in the series, not a fan of the rest, but I don't love the covers. It's Bridget Jones's Diary. Like, why did they decide to put weird eyes and be like, no, that's good? Like, how did they think this was good? It's not good. I don't think this is good. What is going on? I really don't understand. But Bridget, I mean, she has a spot in my heart. Next is a book I read in December, and for good reason, because it's called One Day in December. This is probably the prettiest out of the lot that I'm chatting about because of the colors. But why? Why is there a bus in the sky? I find that strange. Like, it makes sense for the storyline because these 2 people lock eyes and they should meet, but they don't. And then all this time passes and they're thinking about one another. But really, to me, I was like, when I picked this up, I was like, there is a bus in the sky. And I don't think that's what the designer was going for. Oh my gosh, this is such an ugly cover. Amazing book, Wild Swans. I love this book. I don't know whether they chose to put these faces, because this is nonfiction about 3 generations of women in China during the Mao regime. I'm assuming these are actual people and actual photos, but I do feel like it's a very strange cover. Let's put all of them in like one little corner, and I don't understand what's going on here at all. Not a big fan of the way it looks, but oh my goodness, this book taught me so much. about China during that time in Chinese history. Okay, moving right along, 2 more books. The Trouble with Goats and Sheep. First of all, you can't even see anything. Honestly, I should have put it for that first one where it's like, what is going on with the type? Because what is, like, you can't even see The Trouble with Goats and Sheep on this cover. It's unbelievably unclear. Aren't they supposed to try and make things pop? They did a horrendous job of that. At least there's a goat on there, but like, no, not a fan at all. It's very simple and boring and like non-existent writing. So there's that. And then, oh my God, a book that I read recently, really loved, but I don't really know what they were thinking with the cover and the design, is The Nothing Man by Catherine Ryan Howard. This is a book within a book where you are reading a book about a woman who has survived a serial killer's wrath, who he killed her entire family, and she survived, and she's grown up, and she's writing this book about the attack and how this guy's still out there. And then you also follow the attacker, the serial killer, reading the book. I don't understand, like, I understand going with the book element. I feel like there might be bits here that are suggestive that this is meant to be a book. I just don't think it was done very well. I think they were going for like what a true crime cover would look like up here, and then this like used kind of vibe, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. The book itself works for me in a major way though. So what are you gonna do? Read it. Number 5, take one thing off before leaving the house. A cover that could use one less element. I've got 3 books to chat with you about. The first is Lady Clementine. So Lady Clementine is about Winston Churchill's wife. I'm assuming this is her. I feel like maybe a couple more than one thing off. I feel like they didn't need this much scroll in the background. And also, what's with the purple hair? I don't know why she needs purple hair. I don't believe she had purple hair. So I just feel like it's a bit much. They had just had the orange, the little airplane to suggest the Blitz. I get it. And without the purple hair, maybe a different, like, it doesn't feel like this screams like 1940s to me. Does it to you? Anywho, not the most offensive cover, but not the best either. Next, I think people would disagree with me on this one, is Nosferatu by Joe Hill. This is about a kind of demon man who goes around riding in his car and takes children to Christmas land. So here's the car. I love that. I love the license plate. I don't really love the splatters. I don't know if it's meant to look like mistletoe instead. A little bit has that vibe, but it's just a bit much. I feel like just going for this alone would have been great. Okay, and then next is 3 Things About Elsie, Joanna Cannon. Poor Joanna Cannon. There was this, there was The Trouble with Goats and Sheep. Like, this cover works a million times better for me than the Trouble with Ghosts and Sheep. I do think that if they had just put the woman in another outfit, it would have been good. The flowers on flowers, I know that's a trend. I don't like it. For myself, I don't really love that. But to each their own. It's honestly not an offensive cover. Hype Beast. A cover that is going for all the trends all at the same time. Okay, so I've got 3 books here for you. Probably these 2 are the worst offenses, but I'm not saying I dislike them. So The Vanishing Half and Normal People. There's this colorful trend that is really big in books, and I'm not complaining because I think it's stunning. Like, this is one of the most beautiful covers I've ever seen. But there's the colorfulness and then faces, where you don't get the full vibe of the face entirely. That is a huge trend as well. So these two have gone for it big time all together. And then another book that has gone for the major colorful trend is Home Fire. But I mean, honestly, I don't think this is one of my favorite covers, but these are some of my favorite covers on my shelf. So even though it's part of the hype train, people are getting on board, like, choo choo, I'm on board as well. Okay. I just really like them. I like it. Maybe it's because in my personal life, I like things so neutral. Like one time Barry tried to put up some pictures of our family that were in color. And I was like, no, I can't handle that. Like, that's how little of a heart I have and how neutral I like things. But on my shelves, I can handle this. That's all. That was the tag. I thought this was really fun. So I will tag some people. Why not? I'm going to tag Krista from Books and Jams because I think this would be hard for Krista. She is so nice. I'm going to just tag a bunch of really nice people. Victoria from What Victoria Reads. I'd love to see her do this tag. I'm going to tag Katie from Life Between Words. And then I'm going to tag one person who is going to have so much fun with this and just trash everything. Jordaline from Jordaline Reads. She's not going to have a hard time with this like the other people I tagged. So I'd love to see this tag go over to those channels. And of course, if you would like to do this tag and you are a YouTuber, I'd love to see it in the comments below. From you, whether you're a booktuber or not, I would love to know what the ugliest cover you have ever seen is. Please let me know, and I will chat with you very soon. Bye, guys. With 15,000 subscribers just around the corner, this is your chance to win a $150 Amazon gift card. It's in Canadian because I am Canadian. And I hope that one of you will be able to buy all sorts of lovely books from your wish list with it. Now, in order to win, you need to first be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and also leave a comment in the comments below. After we hit 15,000 subscribers, I am going to pick a random video, randomize the comments, and pick a winner. So the more videos you watch, the more comments you leave, the more chances that you are going to have to win. Good luck to all of my bookish friends out there.